People of the realm, I, like the rest of you, have just watched the latest episodes of HBO's Game of Thrones, and it's raised several burning questions. But there's one question that burns brighter than all the rest, and that one revolves around Arya Stark, and a certain theory that Arya is the Waif. But if that was true, wouldn't that mean that she's just stabbed herself? Westerosi and Essosi, you can pray to the Seven for strength, or the Lord of Light for glory. Or if you wish, you can suck up some salt water with the drowned god and hope for a fresh start. But today, the only one that matters is the one that has many faces, and his gift is that of death. Some call him the Stranger, others the Black Goat, but when the Lion of Night comes a-knocking, your face may very well adorn the halls of the House of Black and White. Over the seasons, Arya Stark has had more identities than Margaery has had husbands, and we all know that Great John Umber can count all of these identities on what fingers he has left. But what if the identity we didn't consider was the very same one that's trying to kill her? This theory has circulated for some time now, so I thought I'd cast my northern mind on it. Check out the link in the description for the original Reddit post by Cat Named Stupidity and give tinfoil the credit that it's due. Arya Stark has spent a good amount of time under the guidance of a member of the House of Black and White. You may very well know him as Jaqen H'ghar. But what if her training started long before, when Jaqen wore a different face, a face of Syrio Forel, just so. It's clear to me that Arya has been groomed for a role within the Faceless Men for a very long time indeed, as she may be one of only a few with the Stark ability to be a little bit freaky. I mean, after all, they have wargs, greenseers, dreamwalkers, and now tree huggers, so why not someone who can wear a face of her choice? Yes, this theory suggests that the Waif is no one, and that no one is trying to kill Arya. But here's the hook. What if they're the same person? The Waif is actually Arya. So the Waif has it in for her, call it jealousy, anger, or dominance. Regardless, she wants Arya gone or dead. She wants to be the one personality left of the two. She wants to be no one. To truly be no one, Arya Stark must die, and that's what we saw attempted on the bridge. But wait, how is this all bloody possible? Well, allow me to put on my Qyburn hat and explain from a medical point of view. Now, what I think we're looking at here is a case of dissociative identity disorder, which you might call multiple personality syndrome, or, as the kids say, the Tyler Durden effect. But what actually causes multiple personalities? Well, they're caused by a severe childhood trauma that creates a mental split or dissociation, and this is to act as a defense against that trauma. The different personalities that occur are called alters, and these different parts develop separately, and in adulthood help the sufferer deal with stress by expressing either resentment or even help to calm the main personality. Each patient possesses two or more self, and each identity has its own mood, memories, behaviours, experiences, and motives. So is all of this Arya's subconscious attempting to cope with a particularly traumatic event in her past? Well, yeah, Arya has suffered possibly the most abuse and trauma out of anyone still alive on the show, with the possible exception of Theon, who I'm just going to start calling Fiona. Now of course we all know she's witnessed her father's death, she's been held against her will, forced to escape time and time again. All the while she's witnessed crimes, atrocities and murders, and it's no surprise that eventually she would come to commit some of these herself. Now one identity uses the name which the person was born with, in this case, Arya. This identity often feels depressed, behaves passively and displays guilt feelings that cannot easily be explained. The primary identity that she uses is not aware of any of the others. Arya is not aware the waif is part of her. Although the others might talk about the primary identity in death, the waif does this in full detail. Now ask yourself a very simple question. Why is it that Jaqen promised the waif that she could kill Arya if she failed? And why does Jaqen often ask the waif to leave the room when he wishes to talk to Arya alone? Now instead of the waif physically leaving the room, she's mentally being suppressed, allowing Arya to come to the forefront to have the conversation with Jaqen. Come to think of it, has anyone other than Jaqen and Arya actually interacted with the waif? And just like Santa, the waif always knows if Arya has been naughty or nice. She knows when she lies, she knows her whereabouts, she is conscious that Arya is a figment of her imagination, the weakness in her mind, and she's done everything she can to push her out. She's taunted her, she's beat her in an attempt to get her to leave. In the battle of the mind, Arya has long been the dominant personality, but recently the waif has become more and more prominent to the point that Arya, after all her training and trauma, is the waif. And what we perceive as Arya, the one who was stabbed, is just merely the last vestige of her past self, the Stark who's tried to be forgotten, the person who wants to become no one but just couldn't let go. Now after the attack on the bridge, will the waif return to Jaqen and report that Arya is truly dead, and then maybe change her face to show Arya, thus revealing that she has completed her training and now is truly no one? Or will the Arya personality win out, reject the training as she has started to do so when we saw her collect Needle? Either way, something is amiss. The scene on the bridge, I think Arya was found far too easily, and it was a little bit suspicious that she was stabbed so quickly without thinking that this oh dear might very well be the waif who has found her so easily time and time before. Does this seem like the behaviour of someone who is very clearly taking every precaution just the night before? Or was this bait from Arya to entrap the waif? Now whether you subscribe to this theory or not, I think there's one thing we can all agree on. It's bloody interesting and it gives us a chance to wear our tinfoil hats. But remember, the first rule of the House of Black and White: you do not talk about the House of Black and White. And the second rule is pretty much the same. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I'm 100% on board the HMS Tinfoil, but I'm pretty close and ready to set sail. I'm even going to go as far as saying that the Arya personality will win out, and then receive a name to kill. The name that will be given from Jaqen H'ghar will be the Three-Eyed Raven. And how will no one get to Westeros? To put it simply, a boy named Gendry. And it just so happens that next week's episode is called No One. So if you love these theories, however crazy, leave a comment or a like and I'll attempt to do more in the future. So for now, I've been the Northlander, and remember, you know nothing and neither do I.